everybody, and welcome to rounds 13 and 14 of the GT Sport League. So this is the penultimate round for one more week after this. Tonight we have Brands Indy track, so it's the shorter circuit, and then we have Kyoto, which is very strange pronunciation, which I can't pronounce. It is called Yamagiwi and Mayabi, which is the worst pronunciation you'll ever hear of that. So we've got a 10-minute qualifier around Brands Indy track, and then we're going to a half-an-hour race, and then it's the Kyoto track, which is a reverse grid from the results from the first race. So at the championship at the moment, obviously because we're getting near the end, Pagani is 15 points ahead of Blue Flag. So obviously there's 22 points up for grabs every week if you get first in both races out. Obviously I'm qualifying for 2 points, fastest qualifying lap. So Pagani needs to get 7 points more this week than Blue Flag, and he wins the championship with a week to spare. So keep an eye on that. This evening we have, as Blue Flag has just spun at turn 1. We've got all the usual guys, so we get CSX, who's been really quick, obviously since he's joined. Flying Throne is back this week. We obviously get Pagani, Blue Flag, so we have all the front runners. We do not have a Panda this evening, so we're only at one of the confectionery team cars. So we've got the Frosties, I believe it is, the looks of it. Yeah, the Frosties car on Aaron's car this evening. So we'll go on board with CSX because he seems to have possibly the strongest pace. He's actually just coming in pits. Obviously it's a very short lap, so they'll get a lot more qualifying laps in than the, for example, usually would. It only takes roughly 44 seconds, I think it is roughly, for a lap round here. So I mean you can easily get quite an awful lot of lap times in. So have a look at the early times. So we've got Michael C, formerly Autocratic, who's just under the 44-second barrier at the moment, and then we've got CSX once again, who showing good pace in P2. As I said, he's had a decent start to his FTRL GT Sport career. So obviously keep an eye on his pace again. Pagani's just went P2, so he's under a 10th away from Michael C, so yes, so that's a good time. And then we'll get Aaron in P4. He obviously had a double podium last week, so we would be expecting him. He's actually moved up to P3. So yeah, he's had on a good run at the moment, so not a massive surprise that we're seeing him near the top of the timings. CSX is on a lap, as it's a very short lap. He's up just under a 10th, so this could put him near enough on pole at the moment, because of how short it is. Where obviously it's going to be very closely matched on pace, as he puts himself on pole from Michael C by 9 1/1000s. So as I said, very close. Who else do we have? Pagani's on an out lap. Aaron's just on a lap at the moment, so go on board with him. Just coming around the first, well, technically it's turn 2 actually. He's just up in his time, but CSX is off the track at that point. Just past the middle of the lap. Just coming around to the long right-hander onto the main straight. We'll see where this puts him, if it's any improvement. I don't think it will be. No, he's a little bit behind his previous best. So we've got a 10th, just over a 10th covering the top. Well, actually, SPI is just at a time it's just over near enough a 10th and a half covering the top 5. So I'm expecting to be very close. So we've got Romelson in the chat, and then we've got Goy, and I think that is Aaron's granddad, I believe, Bob. So hello everybody in the chat. Hopefully we have, as usual, a very exciting race. It usually is. Pagani's put himself on pole at the moment. Not much, but with only 5 minutes left, he's in a good position, at least. He's just coming out for his S5's coming out as well. Fromes and P6s. Oh, he's facing the wrong way. What's it? CSX then as well. So CSX having a couple of issues at the first turn. Michael C's off as well. It can be, obviously they're going to be pushing as much as possible because it's a very short lap, so I'm not surprised that we have got a few offs. That turn one is a bit of a nightmare. It can be. It's quite a strange corner because it just kind of pushes you out towards the gravel, and I really struggle with this circuit massively. I know Blue Flag struggles with it quite a bit as well. So there's quite a few guys that really don't particularly like it. So 5 temps covers the top 9. 2 temps cover the top 6 at the moment. So very close. Anybody can near enough get pulled, to be honest, if they get a good lap in. Lee's on an out lap at the moment. Keep an eye on him. So once again, I've got to think most people, well, near enough everybody's in the Merc. The only person that's not is Peatman, who's in the Porsche. He's just coming around turn 1. See how he does it. That looked quite nice. Didn't run too wide. Just coming around turn 2. Seems to be going alright so far. He's up a little bit on his time. It's a bit wide there. He's gonna lost the time. He's improved. Missed the apex. Peatman's on a lap. Coming into turn 1. Oh, I can hear a lot of revving. What's that? Someone's on the corner. I think that's turn 2. Someone there. Strange place to be. Peatman's a little bit up on his time, so keep an eye. Peatman is the only car that's not Merc. He's still a little bit up, not much. He's going to have to get a good exit around the final corner. See where this puts him, improves a little bit. No, he did run a little bit wide in the final corner. Wasn't the best exit. Most people are in the pits. So CSX is still only under half a temp away, and he's on his out lap. I think he'll be starting near enough his final lap. Fromes moved up to P4. Lee's setting new qualifying time, but he's still in P8. CSX comes round turn 1. Looked perfect to me. Perfect apex. Once again, that looks a little bit sideways on the exit, but it looked like it was not too bad a line. A little bit wide again. Turn 4, but he has a 10th up, so that's pole at the moment if he can keep it nice and tidy. Runs quite wide. Don't know if that's gonna affect his time a little bit. See where it is. He is on pole by just under a 10th. So as once again CSX seems to be having very good pace. He does seem to struggle a little bit more on tyre wear, mind you, so we'll see if it affects him a little bit more than, for example, Pagani. So at the moment it's CSX, Pagani, Michael C flying from Aaron Taylor and P5, SBI P6, Cabo P7, and then Peaton P8, Lee in P9, Jungle got P10, Blue Flag in P11, and Juho Finn in P12. So a second covers Oh, that's Pagani's just put it back on pole with a very good time, so that's over a tenth ahead of CSX. Blue flag puts himself up to P3, he'll be happy with that. If he qualifies in P3, he's not a fan of this track, so I mean, P3 is a good place to be starting. Went very wide there, see him on that. I think he actually is. That's not going to be an improvement, I doubt it anyway, no. So we're coming round to the final lap. Pagani will get another lap in and he's wanting it. I'm not sure if he's going to be bothering, mind you. Keep an eye on. See if he's going for another lap. Doesn't think they're pushing it too much, but we'll keep on board. See his first split time. Under a tenth down on his first sector. Geo Finn's improved. I don't think he's going to improve position. So, unless Pagani can find a little bit more time in this last sector, it looks like we're on pole anyway, to be honest. I think he's back out. Yep, he's coming around now. Yeah, he doesn't improve his time. CSX is not, he's finished now. Blue flag is finished as well. I think that is us, so Pagani is on pole. Then we've got CSX in P2, blue flag P3, Michael C in P4, Froome in P5, Aaron Taylor in P6, SPY P7, Cabell P8, Peterman in P9, got Lee in P10, Junkie Sport in P11, and Geo Finn in P12. This is how they'll be lining up. So Pagani's got off to a good start in terms of trying to get 7 points advantage on blue flag, as he's got 2 points to add to his tally. So that's gonna mean he only has to gain 5 points over the 2 races, and he will have the championship. So 30-minute race. Pagani starts on pole. Pagani's on the soft tyres. CSX is on the super softs. Oh, blue flag got a bad start there. Michael C's on his outside. Oh, as we get a change of lead up front as well. Pagani got a bit of a wiggle in the exit of turn 1, so that's allowed CSX up to P1. Aaron's got past Michael C, so Michael C's dropped from 3rd down to 5th. Blue flag is up, back into where he started. Aaron's up 1. He's right on the back of blue flag as well at the moment, in this early stages. Lee calls up a few places, he's up to P7, so he's had a good start as well. Froome's down to P8. Not a good start for him. Could have a very, very close race around this circuit, a lot of slipstreaming. We get into lap 2. I think that's SBY trying to have a bit of a look at Michael C. Oh, CSX. Oh, CSX is off. Going to drop him right down to the back. I think he might have just made that mistake on his own there. So Pagani's still got P1, then we've got blue flag just behind P2. And now up to P3 with that. Michael C and SBY, who's right on the back, coming into the final corner. Michael C got a better run though through the final corner, so it looks like he'll stay behind. Got Lee, who's up to 6th because of that. Froome, who's right on the back of him. Froome is usually the quicker driver out of the 2, and he's right on the back of him. Going down the inside, Lee's going to get a better run round the outside. He'll have the inside line now, so Froome will have to sit behind. Froome gets a decent run. Lee's get the inside line now, and this is coming around to the final corner. Froome's going to try get a better run. Lee gets on the curb a little bit, so that's allowed Froome to close in. He's right on his rear now, so that's going to give him the run down into turn 1. side by side, he's got ahead, but Lee's going to try and get a bit of run. Frome's got the position though, so Frome's up to P6. Now he can start chasing after SBY. Blue flag sticking with Pagani at the moment, so Pagani's not getting away, just as Pagani's got a little bit wide there, but managed to keep it on the track. See if there's any action going on down the back. Keep an eye on CSX, is up to P11 after his earlier trip to the gravel. As the Junkie Sport gets really wide out of that corner, that's going to allow CSX to close right up to the back of him. CSX is a very quick driver, so I expect to see him pass fairly soon. Already right on the back, he's going to try and dive it down. I think it's better of it. Oh, Junkie Sports went wide though, so CSX is going to have a bit of a run on him. Not close enough though. You need to be really, really close to get a move on. CSX is on the gravel. Don't know how he managed to keep it on the track there. And a little tricky section. Coming around to the final corner now. Oh, he's went wide. Right on the back of Junkie Sport though. In the slipstream, he's going to have the inside line. It's up into P10. Junkie Sport's going to try and hold it though, but I think he's got that move already done. Yep. Jump up front. Pagani is in P1. You see P4 still. Yep. He's dropped off the back though of P3. So P1 to P3 have broke away a little bit. Blue flag runs a little bit wide. There's a little bit of a gap now developing behind. Michael C actually gets a bad run as well. So that's allowing SBY possibly to get a run down into turn 1. He sits behind though and tries to get a better run, which I think he does do. He's going to dive it down the inside. Michael C gave him the room. Flying Frome's right behind this as well. Flying Frome's going to want to get a bit of a move on him. He's wanting to kind of catch up to the front guys. SPY get a little bit of a out of shape just coming out of turn 5. Lee's right on the back of Flying Foam as well. Oh, so is that, I think that's SPY that's got a bad exit, so Flying Foam's managed to get up the inside. Flying Foam dives it down the inside. Up to P5. See if Lee can make a move possibly in SPY. Cablo's just behind us as well, it's not far away between 9th and 10th as well. So as we thought, it's quite a bit of a train. Lee's dived it down the inside of the final corner. Lee's up to P6. SPY's lost 2 positions in a lap. Frome's already catching up to the back of Michael C, but there's 2.5 seconds now to P3. Pagani's got a bit of a gap now to Blue Flag as well. Should only be a 1-stop this race. SBY is still quite close to the back of Lee, so Lee's not got away from him. Quite a train developing from 6th down to 10th. I think that's actually now 12. That's Duo Finn maybe going to try and make a move in Junkie Sport. Oh, yellow flag up ahead. Who's that? Someone got a penalty. Oh, Michael C's off. And P4 he was in, so that's put Flying Foam up. Lee's up to P5 then, and he's got a bit of breathing space. I think SPY, it's SPY the yellow flag was for originally. I don't know if he tried to make a move on Lee. So Lee's got a bit of a gap now, so front 5 got away from the guys behind a bit. CSX managed to get past Peatman as well, so he's up to P7. So he's making his way back up. He does use a lot more of his tyres though, he is on the super softs. Everyone else I think is near enough on a lot more on the softs. Cab, I mean even CSX has used a lot more of his tyres than Cablo has, so he does seem to use his tyres more. CSX, so he's going to be on edge if he can do a one stop. Blue Flag's managed to close the gap down to Pagani a little bit, so back within a second again. These three do seem to be holding the gap to Frome. Frome doesn't seem to be closing much at the moment. Lee's getting away from Cabo, so we are beginning to see them spread out a little bit more. So I don't think we'll see too much action until the first few guys come into the pit stops. Junkie Sports get a very interesting, I quite like the livery on Junkie Sports Merc at the moment. Very nice. Michael C's went wide again. Got him at Michael C's is quite nice as well actually. A good look at the liveries. Cablo's on his usual livery. Lee is into the pits, so he's the first of people into the pits. So CSX and Cablo's followed him in as well, so SPY will probably jump up a bit. Gani's half a second in front of Blue Flag, and then we'll get Aaron, who's in P3, who's a little bit dropped off a little bit. Frome's close the gap very slightly, but not enough. Lee's come out on the super softs. He's going to be doing a 2-stop, the looks of it, with his fuel. So is Cablo, CSX will, I'd imagine, definitely doing a 2-stop as well. So a couple of guys actually going for the 2-stop. Aaron's in as well. He looks like he might be going for the 2-stop as well. Quite a couple of the guys are struggling on their tyres more than others. Pagani and Blue Flag don't seem to be struggling too much. Actually, Pagani's went a little bit wide there, so Blue Flag's closed up quite a bit, so he's only 2 attempts away. 3 attempts. Skidded a little bit through that corner, so Pagani's managed to get away a little bit more. Interesting to see what Frome and that does, because Frome's was not too far away from Aaron, so I'm not sure if he's going to try and just go for the 1-stop. He's staying out for the moment. Blue Flag takes the lead as he goes down the inside of Pagani into turn 1. So Blue Flag, who doesn't like Brands much, Brands Hatch at all, is up into P1. Pagani's sliding about behind him. He's struggling on his tyres a little bit more than Blue Flag. Frome's not a million miles. Oh, pardon me. Frome's not a million miles away from the back of this either, but there's a big old gap down Frome to Peatman, who hasn't pitted. Gio Flynn hasn't pitted as well. Michael C hasn't. Rico has. I think Aaron might be trying to go to the end on that, because he's refueled a lot more than Lee, which is why Lee's out ahead of him. So it looks like Lee's definitely going to be doing a 2-stop strategy. Michael C's in the pit lane as well. He's in for his stop. Blue Flag and Pagani have both stayed out. So we do have a few different strategies, so it's interesting to see where they come out. Frome's also stayed out, but Aaron has pitted earlier, but he is going on a one-stop strategy, so that's why he's fueled up as much as he has, whereas, for example, Lee hasn't fueled up as much, so he'll be having to pit again. CSX is back down. I don't, he must have had another moment, possibly. He's overtook Junkie Sport, who's run wide. Junkie Sport hasn't went to the pits. His tyres are gone. He needs to go into the pits. He's just behind Cablo. Blue Flag and Pagani continue on for another lap again. Blue Flag is extended that gap slightly. No matter what, I didn't imagine Blue Flag would have been so comfortable so far. I mean, he's looked very comfortable so far. Frome isn't closing much. He's just about to lap Junkie Sport. But he is closing ever so slightly, but whether he's closing enough is another matter. Peatman and Lee are having a bit of a battle for P5. Peatman's not come into the pits yet, and as you can see, his tyres are not in good shape whatsoever. These are much better shape. He come into the pits. Oh, Peatman gets a bit of a slide coming through the last corner now. Peatman's into the pits, so that's allowed Lee up into P5. Flying Frome is in the pit lane as well. That's Frome coming in for his second stop already. It's a bit of an early second stop. Oh no, that's his first stop, sorry. That's why I'm losing it. Blue Flag and Pagani are still continuing, so definitely on a one stop. They're coming into the pits now. Yes, they both are. So that's promoted Juho Finn up into the lead of this race, unless he comes into the pits, which I do not believe he is. Nope, so Juho Finn takes the lead of the race, and then we've got Lee just behind. Aaron is closing right up to the back of Lee. Pagani is back out with Blue Flag on the softs. Not far behind P3, it must be said. Pagani, once again, actually Pagani's underfield ever so slightly less than Blue Flag, but he's managed to get out ahead of him. Blue Flag will have to re-overtake Pagani if he's to win this race. Juho Finn is coming into the pits, so that promotes Lee up into the lead of this race, but Lee will have to come into the pits again. Aaron shouldn't have to come into the pits again, but he will have to do quite a bit of tyre saving, I'd imagine. So it could be nip and tuck if he manages to get to the end on that. Frome is come out in P5, he's 4 and a bit seconds behind Blue Flag, so he's actually lost a bit of time for the pit stop, even though he came in earlier. Then we've got SBY in P6, Juho Finn, who's battling Peatman after he's come out to the pits. Peatman's down the inside, Juho Finn giving him the room. Peatman squeezes Juho Finn out, so Peatman gets up to P7. Then we get CSX behind this in P9. He's had a few issues this race, a few moments, and a couple of trips to the gravel where it costs more in this track because it's so short than most. Still just ahead, P1, but he should be coming into the pits in the not too distant future. losing a little bit coming into turn 1, but he's not close enough. So he gets a bit of a moment in turn 1, so that's allowed Pagani to close right up to the back of him on his fresh tyres. Blue flag just behind him, P4. Remember, Pagani is fighting for the title this evening. I'm sure he'd love to get it wrapped up this evening. Pagani's right on the back of Aaron now. He's going to get into the slipstream, but the thing is, Aaron's also going to have the slipstream from Lee, so it'll be if he can make a move down the inside. I think he's going to sit back. Someone coming out, that's Cabell coming out of the pit lane. Very close behind all these four, covering just over a second, covering the top four. Quite a few of them had a bit of a slide there coming out that corner. Pagani is right on the back. Blue flag actually tries to go for a look down the inside of Pagani. Pagani's making a move on Aaron, I think. He's going to try, he's right on the back of him, but blue flag's not far behind. Coming into turn 1, I think they all just sit back and really want to risk a move. Pagani is so close though, nearly touching the back. I'm surprised none of them have made a bit of a move yet. Because of this, Froome has managed to catch up as well, easily 3 seconds now. He's gained a second and a half on these guys. Blue flag has dived it down the inside of Pagani. Right, is that Aaron coming into the pit? Aaron is going for a 2-stop, so he's coming into the pits. Lee's also in the pits, so that's promoted Pagani and blue flag back up into P1, P2. Froome has P3 at the moment, and he's got a 4-second gap now. Aaron's come out in P4, Lee's come out P5, quite a way back because he had to refuel, whereas Aaron didn't have to. So on fresh tyres, can he catch up to Froome by the end of the race? Not sure, very interesting one. Froome is catching the back of blue flag and Pagani. Blue flag does seem to have this, I'd say, a slight edge on Pagani possibly so far, but Pagani is a 2-time champion, so if not, I don't imagine he's going to crack under the pressure. So Pagani's going to have to make a move if he wants the lead, I'd imagine. Lee's P5. I think Lee will be happy with P5 if he finishes there. I think that might be one of his best results so far this season, I'd imagine, roughly. So dual fin in P6 with Michael C, Peatman, CSX is down in P9, and Junkie Sport who rounded out the top 10. Pagani's managed to extend that gap out to about a second now. Froome's dropped off ever so slightly. And Aaron's catched him by 1.4 seconds already. Froome made a little bit of a mistake. Flags managed to close up a little bit. Peatman and CSX have gone at it. CSX has went down the inside of Peatman up into P7. The gap to Frome and Aaron has decreased once again. It's only 1.6 seconds now. As it stands at the moment, Pagani would be needing 4 points more than Pagani in the last race. No, Pagani would need 4 points more than Blue Flag, sorry, in the last race. Get the title. Battle going on. Back between SBY and Junkie Sport. Both. Bit of a tap there. Pagani's catching up to the back of this. Aaron's massively caught Frome quite quickly as well, so could it be another podium possibly for the Frosties car? Blue Flag has caught Pagani again. Managed to close that gap. Blue Flag's get slightly better tyres, so can Blue Flag manage to get past Pagani? We need to keep an eye on Frome and Aaron as they're coming up to lap 11th and 12th. So close to the back of Frome now. So this could get interesting quite quickly. Diving it down, he's going round the inside. Flying Foam's got the outside line. He's so close to the back of him, he's probably going to get a bit of slipstream now. He just sits behind for this lap. Frome goes a bit wide though, so he's going to dive it down the inside. Next turn. Frome gives him room. Oh! Not the easiest place to get out of the road there. Oh, Aaron's kind of round and he tapped into Frome. I think that was just kind of one of those things where he got a bit spooked by Frome coming close. I think it was probably a combination of lapping Junkie Sport and Frome kind of came across Aaron. I think that might have lost them a little bit, and I think he's went in at the side of Frome and span Frome, so he's got a 5.5 second penalty to take. Lee is a little bit far away, but we'll keep an eye on that gap. Blue Flag is right on the gap, the back of Pagani, sorry. Blue Flag has dived it down the inside at the last corner. 3.5 minutes to go. This could be a big thing for the championship at the moment. That most likely, unless there's a bit of a change up in the second race, then Pagani will probably need to go to next week to get a title in the final week. Oh god, who's that? That's something at the back. SPY's off. That Frome's now down to 8th because of that. Aaron's got that 5.5 second penalty. But Lee's too far back. I believe he's a little bit closer than he may get his first ball. Aaron's actually span it. So that's put Lee up into the podium position. Aaron might as well get rid of his penalty now, as he is doing. So that's put him down into P5 now. So Lee Cole and Dual Finn will be fighting out for P3 in the final podium position. This will be Lee's first podium this season. Coming up to lap, Cablo, I think that is SBY, it is. Joe Finn is getting close to the back of Lee. Blue Flag has managed to extend that gap to Pagani now. He's kept his tyres in much better condition than Pagani, so it looks like Blue Flag will be taking this race win. Lee's got a 6-10 gap now, so he's going to have to hold out for 2 more laps. Managing to keep him at bay. Adam's dropped all the way back to P8. Blue Fly's got a 3-second gap now. CSX and Pro have crossed the line 5th and 6th. Aaron comes home in P7, he's managed to get past Peatman. Peatman comes home in P8. Blue Flag comes home P1 to win at Brands. Pagani comes home in P2. Lee has managed to hold off Dual Finn. Lee comes home for his first podium on P3. Dual Finn gets P4. So that rounds out your top 4. And then we get, as I said, CSX P5, Throne P6, Aaron P7, Peatman P8, Michael CP9, SBY P10, Cablo P11, and Junkie Sport P12. So, I think we'll go with Blue Flag and Lee, because he got a podium there. Hello.
Oh, I can't hear this time. I'll go for that.
Good. I don't think you expected to win Brands, did you?
Well, yeah, you know what I was saying.
Yes.
All day and before that race, so yeah.
Yeah, it's not one of your favourite tracks at all, but you managed to beat Pagani, and that's going to probably make Pagani have to wait till next week most likely. So I mean, how was that for you? I mean, you had a battle with Pagani for most of the race, but seemed you had the pace over them.
I mean, the first surprise I got was the fact I managed to put a qualifying lap out my backside.
Yeah, you were down the back end for most of it, weren't you?
Yeah, I was really struggling in quali, and then all of a sudden, completely out of the blue, I managed to find a time which was good enough for third. So, yeah, surprise number one. Then I managed not to do my usual bottle or bin at Paddock Hill, so that was surprise number two. And then, yeah, just to actually keep up a consistent pace, and it seemed to be that sort of midway through the stint, Pagani's front end seemed to drop off a lot more than mine did.
Definitely. Yeah, you managed to keep the tyres in very good shape because Pagani was struggling with tyres a lot more. So, I mean, in terms of Kyoto, you're going to be starting at the back, but I guess you're a little bit more comfortable around there than France.
Yeah, I mean, the good thing about Kyoto is it's a long lap. And I normally like the longer lap circuits. So, I mean, Nürburgring is the exception to that rule, but yeah, I know that tyre wear is going to be quite high around here, so I would probably expect a lot of guys to be going two-stop. But yeah, we'll see how that one pans out.
Just seen a comment by Junkie Sport that says he thinks he might go back to Africa. Take it that race and going from. Hope you have a good race and keep the fight to Pagani in the second one. Lee, I think that's your first podium, is it?
This season, yeah, I think so.
Yeah, first podium this season. You went for the two-stop, so you managed to catch up at the end a little bit more. Obviously, the incident helped you a little bit between Aaron and Frome, but I take it you're very pleased?
You're never going to be displeased with the podium, especially starting 10th as well. I used to like the Merc a lot, but I don't know, with one of the updates it just feels like the handling of the car's changed. It just doesn't feel so planted as it used to. So yeah, I've just struggled with it a little bit this season. Like, I just don't feel as confident as I have done in the past with it, so I've just not really got to grips. Even today, like, my qualifying was poor, and in the race I kind of felt I was on the edge a lot of the time, and that's kind of what prompted me to go for the two-stop, to be honest. I thought, get on fresh tyres, keep the grip levels high, and then you don't run that risk of running wide and into the gravel. The circuit's, it's a short lap, but it's obviously you're just constantly in corner here. There's very little in the way of a straight, so you constantly working the tyre. Your left-sided tyres are taking a hit, pretty much most of the lap. So yeah, kind of decided early on, once everything had settled down a bit and I kind of got into a gap, thought about which strategy to go for, decided the two was probably the one for me.
Yeah, well, I mean, it definitely worked for you. So Kyoto, you're going to be starting probably a little bit further back than you're used to. What do you think you can do from further back? Do you like Kyoto?
Again, it's one of these circuits. There's kind of two parts to it. So the first part of the lap's really fast and flowing. The corners are sort of sweeping corners. You keep the speed up, and then you get into the second half of the lap, and it's just slow, stop-start, hairpins, and it's just a bit fiddly. And that's the bit that really kind of like eats. They both kind of eat the tyres in their own different way. So, a bit love hate with the circuit. I don't dislike it, but it's not my favourite of the sort of the GT made games circuits. But we'll see what we can do.
Well, hopefully you have a good race. Usually the reverse grid is interesting, so hopefully you both have a good one.
Okay, got a good start in the last one, so I just need a good start in this one again, and then that might propel me to a semi-decent result.
Oh, good luck.
And I'm going to love and leave you, and I'm going to go back and join the other party.
Yes, enjoy.
Shall do.
So we shall be starting at 9 o'clock. So got 4 or 5 minutes to go until we start. I'll go through. We'll go through the order of the championship since we're nearly at the end. So after the previous week, Pagani, as I said, was 15 points ahead. That is now going to be down to. It's going to be up to. Sorry, it's going to be up to 16 at the moment. So you'll need 6 points of a difference between the finishing positions. Frome is P3 at the moment, and we get Simmel P4, Aaron P5, SPY P6, CSX with a heel jump SPY. Panda's not racing. So in terms of the top 10, Lee's going to move up from 10th place. So we'll see where he finishes at the end of the season, see if he can move up a little bit. And in terms of pole positions, Frome's got the most pole positions so far. I think that's probably going to end that way. So a bit of a difference, this circuit. It's got a lot of corners. And it's a long lap. So quite a different circuit. Have a look at the guys practicing a little bit for this track. It's not a track I'm massively familiar with. So this may be a little bit of a learning curve for me as well. I have driven it, but not very much. So unlike Brands Hatch, where I'm very familiar with it, I'm not very familiar with this at all. But as you can see, this is the start-finish straight. The SPY is coming down at the moment, and as Lee says, you've got a lot of fast-flowing corners at the start, and then it's a lot more twisty at the end. So we've got Donzo watching as well. Hello Donzo. And then we've got obviously Romelson, Goy as well. So I say SPY is just coming around the second sector. A lot of long flowing corners. And then he's about to come into the start of the trickier corners. So it'll be Junkie Sport that should be on pole for this race, as he finished at the back of the first race. So that gives people that are not usually at the front a chance to see what it feels like to be near the front. Should be starting very, very shortly. Just waiting someone to enter the race and then we'll get going. So, as we can see, around about 2 minutes 20, the fastest lap that Michael C has done, and SPY actually. So, a bit different to the 40 odd second lap, just over 40 seconds you get round Brands Hatch, so you'll be probably getting about 13-14 laps. Yeah, it's probably about 13 laps you get around here, compared to, I think it was like 40 odd you got round Brands Hatch. So We'll see how many stops people do around this track. See if it's probably most likely going to be 1 or 2 stops again. Obviously, you get a bit more straights in this circuit, so tyres get a little bit more of a rest, whereas at Brands they're constantly turning. As Cabo has joined as well now, so should be ready to go. About to start now. Why is Lee starting the pole? I think we may have a bit of an issue. Lee's starting on pole. Apparently. Michael C is in P2, I get SVY in P3. Junkie Sport in P4, Geofin in P5, CSX in P6, and we've got Pagani just behind P7. So Lee driving it down the inside. SPY going for a look down Lee and Michael C. He's out massively. Everyone comes out. Oh, Junkie Sports. Oh, a lot of banger tyres and wheels there. Junkie Sport tried to go down the inside. Oh, SPY's hit him up. Oh, Junkie Sports hit CSX as well. Oh god. Bit untidy there from a few guys. But they're all still on the track, which is the main thing. CSX is going really wide round the outside. Junkie Sports, oh god, Junkie Sports I think had a wobble there as well. So Lee's still in P1, and Michael C just behind P2. Michael C's dived down the inside of Lee up into P1. Lee's just behind P2. Oh, Michael C's off the grass. Lee's up into P. Oh god, I think that's the Porsche Peatman. Yep, Peatman's off. He's in the background now. Frome's down at the back as well. So Lee, Michael C, SPY leading us. Pagani's in P4. Junkie Sport in P5 with CSX. It's going to try and make a move down the inside, possibly. CSX dives down the inside. Junkie Sport gives him a lot of room. CSX is up in P5. Peatman down in P7, and we got Anne in P8, Cable P9, and Blue Flag's down 10th at the moment. Could have a big impact on the championship. Aaron's got a 3-second penalty. We've got Lee and SBY still going at it, so Lee up still in P1, SBY in P2, Michael C in P3 after his trip on the gravel. Michael C trying to get past SBY, kind of touch at the front. SBY manages to still hold on to P2. Big bit of contact there between SBY and Michael C. So that's allowed Pagani up to P2. Oh god, CSX is off as well in the background. Aaron and Junkie Sport going at it as well. Junkie Sport down to P6. Oh, he's on the grass again. A couple of guys having quite a bit of issues. Blue flag's up to P8 as well. Lee's got a 2-second gap now to Pagani. Blue flag's managed to catch up to the back of this big train of cars. Peterman in P7 and only Porsche. Chuggy Sport in P6, Aaron in P5. We've got CSX with P4, Michael C. P3's got a 2.9 second penalty. I think that's from the collision with SBY. Down at the back. Trying to get in the slipstream, dive it down the inside of Pagani. Pagani's got the outside. Manages to brake later and keep the position. Lee's got a 2.6 second gap behind Pagani. CSX is up to P4. Just keep an eye on him, he obviously does have a lot of pace. By the looks of the tyres so far, it should be an easy one stop for most guys. Oh, Pagani's, oh god. Pagani got a big wobble on there. Michael C got past. Catching Lee ever so slightly. Line Chrome down in P10 at the moment. Sure he'll work it a little bit further up and managed to pass CSX. Aaron's a little bit wide. CSX might try and go for a move. People quite close together on track at the moment. CSX freed that curb quite a bit there. And he's dropped off ever so slightly. Michael C's catching right up to the back of Lico now though. He's caught up a second in the last lap. Just coming on to lap 3 now. Just coming into turn 1. Blue flag up to P7. So as it stands at the moment, the title would go down to next week. Rome's up to P9, you've got Geofin, P10. Now Jockey Sport and SBY at the back. Oh. Suddenly yawning. Gap out front is down to a second now between Lee and Michael C. CSX has had a moment, I think. He's dropped back a bit. The back of Aaron, so he's now got Peakman on his back. And there's blue flag as CSX has run wide again. Still having the best few races, CSX at the moment. Hopefully he can manage to get into a good rhythm and start possibly making up a few positions. Aaron's went wide out of that corner, just onto a little short straight. He's catching up to the back of Pagani though. Michael C seems to have good pace at the moment, but the gap's now stayed at about 1 second to Lee in front. Aaron seems to have a bit more pace at the moment than Pagani. Pagani and Aaron actually come into the pit. CSX also comes in. Blue flag up to P4 with that. Peakman up to P3. Michael C still a second roughly behind the back of Lee. Michael C's getting rid of that penalty, so he is a little bit. He's able to without getting a penalty. Blue flag up the inside of Peakman, up into P3, managing to get past people quite quickly now. Peakman might try and... oh, tries... blue flag broke. Too late for that corner, and Peakman managed to get back past him, flying throw him round the outside. He's now got the inside line for the next corner. Blue flag manages to keep the position though. Flag doesn't seem like he's got great pace at the moment in that Merc. Seems to be struggling a little bit more than he has been in the previous race. Peakman seems to be got decent pace at the moment, but Lee and Michael C seem to have got very strong pace. I wonder if Pagani's maybe going to try a 2-stop this race possibly. It's not like him, he usually goes for 1-stops. Is that Lee come into the pits? Yep, Michael C come in for pits as well. Will Peakman come in? Nope, Peakman's staying out. So Peakman's got the lead at the moment. Frome just behind. Cablo not far behind as well. Lee comes out in P4. He's definitely doing a 2-stop by the looks of it. His fuel will not last, I don't think. CSX is in P6 after his pit stop. Aaron in P7 just behind. Quite close to each other at the moment as well. SPY is right at the back of the field. Blue flag comes out in P11. Michael C, who's going for a move on Junkie Sport. The end of the first sector, Junkie Sport gave him a lot of room, didn't hold him up. Pagani's in P8, then we've got Aaron CSX, Dual Fin, Lico, Cablo in P3, Lico just behind who has pitted, so he's on much fresher tyres, so it could be quite easy for him. come into the pits very soon as well, as Lee manages to get past round the outside. Froome looks like he's really struggling on those tyres and he's very little fuel, so I imagine Froome will be coming in very, very soon, probably just about now, I'd imagine. So he comes into the pits, I'd imagine. No, he stays out. Cablo come in at the pits there in the background, yeah he did. So Peatman still stays out and so does Froome. Lee's up to P2. We get CSX who came into the pits a while ago. And then we get Aaron, Joe, Finn who needs to come in. Pagani who looks like he's going to try and go to the end on those tyres. Michael C who's in P8, Junkie Sport P9. Blue Flag's had a spin. He's down in P10. That's not going to help his championship hopes. So that could have a big impact on the championship if Pagani can get up to a good position. Peatman's really struggling on his tyres and Lee's managed to get past. I think they're side by side, but Lee will have the inside line. Lee's got that position easily. Peatman's tyres are... even though how he's still going on those tyres, to be honest. Must be awful, the grip. CSX is just coming back into it at the moment. Froome is getting overtook by Aaron. Froome's not come into the pitch yet. And his tyres are awful as well, especially his front right. Joe Finn's probably going to come in this lap. A lot of these guys will have to come in at the end of this lap by the looks of it, especially with our fuel. So Lee has got the lead back. Blue flag is still way down in P10 after his spin he had. Peatman's going to maybe get overtook here by CSX down the inside. Peatman holds it round the outside and Peatman will be coming into the pits this lap. Peatman dives into the pits. Froome diving into the pits as well, and so Joe Finn. Pagani stays out obviously because he's honestly don't know if he's going to make it to the end on those tyres. He'll be doing well if he can. Front riser ready, very worrying. I can't have seen him make it to the end on those tyres. CSX will definitely come into the pits again. Lee's got a 1.8 second gap out front. Lee is driving very well. Could he manage a win? CSX is well a little bit wide. Aaron's going to try and make a move, possibly. I'm not going to lie, there is a possibility the championship could be won here, because Aaron has got that 3-second penalty. Pagani's within that 3 second, even if both of them have to come into the pits. I wouldn't count out Pagani getting even P2 here. And oh, actually, someone spun there. Blue flag spun again. He's in P11. So, at the moment, the championship is Pagani's, I think. Well, technically, if Pagani retires and Blue Flag got max points next week, it could equal him, but that's very unlikely. So, Pagani could win the championship in 11 minutes, it'll be 12 minutes roughly. CSX is right on the back of Aaron after he's got past. CSX is going to go round the outside, try and Do a bit of a switchback move onto the main straight. Start finish straight. Lee's got a big old gap now of 3.5 seconds. Aaron and CSX is gonna dive it down the inside. They touch. Aaron goes a bit wide round the outside. Holds it round the outside though. CSX is still battling. Aaron gets on the curb, so that's allowed CSX to get a bit more speed round that corner. Pagani's in P4 still, but Michael C's right on the back of him. But Pagani is closing up on these two guys ahead of him. CSX will definitely have to come in soon. His tyres are short, so is Aaron's and Pagani's. All of these will have to come in at the pits again. Lee will have to come in at the pits again for fuel and tyres as well. So all these front four will have to come in at the pits. Michael C might be able to hold out. Be interesting to see what happens here as Pagani's managed to catch up to the back of CSX. Will we see any of them in this lap? Pagani's right on the back of CSX here. Pagani's going to go for a move around the outside. This will be a great move if we manage it. Is that Michael C's going to also try and go around the outside? Has he got the position? Pagani's done it round the outside. What a move from Pagani. Michael C's also done it. CSX has lost 3 positions in the space of 2 laps. Oh, CSX tries to hold it though. And Michael C and CSX have to kind of bang tyre. CSX has a bit of a wobble as well on the curb. Pagani has P3 still. There, Michael C sits in behind in P4. CSX manages though, as Michael C goes for a move down the inside of Pagani and gets it done. Back tyres a little bit, but he's got the move done. Lee's got a big gap now of 4.7 seconds out front. I'd be expecting to see CSX in this lap as he actually loses it on the grass and he's off. So CSX's tyres, that front right tyre has no life and enough left in it. That's going to be an awful set of tyres to be on at the moment. As I'm sure, as actually Michael C stays out, but Pagani, Lee, Aaron and CSX all come into the pits. So Michael C, he's got a 2-second penalty, but he's going to try and hold it to the end. Lee comes out in P2, Aaron comes out just behind in P3 on much less fuel. Lee is a little bit more in the tank. So Pagani comes out in P4. So if it stands at the moment, Pagani would not technically win the title, but near enough would, to be honest. Aaron has got that penalty, so actually as it stands he would jump up, so he would get the title. Lee's right on the back of Michael C here. Did Michael C have a moment there? Oh, I think he must have got rid of his penalty. I was looking behind. So Aaron's also jumped Michael C. So Lee's up to P1. Aaron's just behind P2, but he has got that 3-second penalty. Just going to hurt him at the end. Pagani's going to catch up to Michael C. Oh, Aaron actually, Michael C re-overtakes Aaron but then goes off the track. He's on the grass, so Pagani's going to get past. Pagani's up to P3. So Pagani's definitely in the running at the moment. He's, as it stands, winning the title here at Kyoto. Rome might actually catch Michael C by the end as well. Dual fins and CSX is down in 7th after his last lap where he went off a little bit and lost quite a few positions. Peatman's down to P10. He's got a little bit of a penalty to take. Michael C's come into the pits. Aaron's going to try and overtake Lee. Even if he overtakes though, he needs to get a big old gap. He's going to try and hold it round to the fast left rights, the S's. Pagani's catching the back of these as well though. Lee manages to hold off Aaron. Good battling at the moment for P1. Lee has a 3/10 gap. But Aaron's got to take that penalty at the end, so that would drop him all the way behind Pagani, because Pagani is catching these guys really, really quickly at the moment. Pagani wants to finish off this championship and do it in style by winning the last race. Blue flag is still down in P11. Junkie Sports, oh, Junkie Sports just hit the ball. Oh god, where's Junkie Sport going? Not been the best return for Junkie Sport and GT Sport after his holiday. Lee's still got the lead. There'll be 2 laps left after they complete this one. As Lee still has P1, Aaron tries to go around the outside. Pagani is only 1.5 seconds back from this. Lee holds off the challenge at the moment. Pagani's closed up again. Lee's got a bad exit though. Aaron goes to the outside. Lee's got the inside line. He's going to have to do it the long way around. Aaron breaks earlier. Lee's still got P1. Pagani's going to be closing right up to the back of these very soon. Flying Frome's a bit behind Pagani. Michael C's caught up to the back of this on fresh tyres. This could be quite an easy move for Frome. Frome's left, what happened there? I missed something there. I was looking at the chat and I might have missed something. Frome's just left. Anyway, Pagani is caught up to the back of Aaron at the moment. Zom thinks Pagani's going to catch Lee and take the win. It wouldn't surprise me. It looks like he's got great pace at the moment. This could get interesting on the last lap. Juho Finn is really close to the back, really close, followed by CSX at the moment. Michael C's just behind us as well on his fresh tyres. Back to the battle at the front though, between Lee, Aaron and Pagani. Aaron is so much quicker, I feel, though, at Lee in the moment, but he just can't find that way past. He's going to go around the outside. That's a tricky spot to try and go around the outside at Pagani. Just behind the back of this as well. Thing is though, Pagani doesn't... Blue Flag's managed to get up to 9th now because of that. And I think Cablo's had a bit of an incident as well. And obviously Flying Frome left, so that gives Blue Flag 2 points and Pagani will have 8. So at the moment, as it stands, Pagani will get 9 points because of the penalty to Aaron. So as far as my maths is correct, Pagani will win the title this lap for his 3rd title. Aaron's going to try and go past the back of Lee. Obviously has that penalty, so Lee will still win. He's really close now. He's gonna. Lee has that line though. Pagani gets really close to the back of Aaron. Final lap. Aaron goes to the outside, tries to cut back. Pagani runs a bit wide, brakes a bit too late. Aaron's still trying to get past Lee. It doesn't look like Pagani's close enough here to try and get involved in this battle at the moment. Aaron's still trying to find a way past Lee. Aaron goes deep, trying to get a cut back, possibly sliding at the back of Lee. Pagani's not far behind here at all, but he's close. Aaron tries to go down the inside. That's pushed Lee wide. That's allowed blue flag to close up, coming through the final few corners. I do not think Aaron's going to be close enough here to possibly make a move as he goes wide and slides round the last few corners. Pagani also goes in the curb on the grass. Lee comes round the final corner. Aaron comes round. Lee is going to take the win for this race. Good 2 races for Lee. Aaron will come home P2, but his penalty will drop behind. Pagani has won the title, I believe. Actually, wait a minute. 9. Blue flag has got past SBY actually, so actually he's not won the title. I believe SBY overtakes and blue flag runs wide. If blue flag held on to the IAA place, the title would go down to next week, but as it stands, I believe blue flag will finish P9. So Michael C takes P4, CSX P5, Geofin P6, Peatman P7, SBY P8, and blue flag takes P9, which means Pagani has won the title, I think. Junkie Sport got a final point as well. So congratulations to Pagani. I believe he has won the title. But Lee takes the win, so he gets a P3 and a P1. So just see if what's happening in 2 wee minutes. So that is the end of tonight's action. I believe Pagani has won the championship this evening. Lee deserves a massive congratulations. He finished P3 in his first race and won his second race. I think that's his first. I believe that's definitely his first win round GT Sport in the GT Sport League. So congratulations to him. That is the end of the action for this week and for this evening for GT Sport. Next week, to finish off, we have Suzuka, and then we have the St. Croix A track. So obviously we've got Suzuka, which is a very famous track, very tricky mind you, probably one of the trickiest of the season. So hopefully I'll see a few of you next week for that. But that's the end of tonight's action. So thank you very much, and have a good night.